What's good with y'all, man? We out here in VA. My man Blue Butters stopped through. Introduce yourselves.
Yeah, you know, I'm Blue Butters, you know, producer, chef, Google me.
Okay.
TY. I'm just known as TY, Big TY, whatever you can call me.
AKA Tommy Flies.
Tommy Fly.
Dad.
Senior.
You know what I'm saying?
Tommy Fly Senior.
Yo, we had an idea, man, that we're gonna get into this Childish Gambino.
Yeah. Want me to go first?
No, I'm gonna go first.
All right.
We're gonna get into this Childish Gambino. This is America music video.
Yeah.
And we're gonna talk about some of the hidden things that we feel that we saw inside of it, man. So go ahead, Blue. What you think is popular?
Well, there's there's a lot of symbolism in that, and depending on the perspective you're looking at it, there's certain things that you pick up. You know what I mean? Like, I've more or less picked up the more things that everybody else will be able to recognize. I didn't pick up a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. So after me, we chatted about it.
Right.
So it's definitely a lot of things in there that's very interesting, and I'm wondering how many people are aware of these things that.
I like that. I don't know what he's saying. As far as people being aware, pretty much when we look at the total amount of views of viewers on that particular video, you pretty much can see how many people were aware. We're talking about 92 million plus people that watched this video. So there's a conscious awareness out there of the message that Childish is trying to deliver. Based off my opinion, I believe people are just paying attention, pretty much, and then there is a buzz with that many. When you have that amount of people interested, there's certainly a large amount of interest in it. So there's going to be also a equal and opposite reaction to it.
Right.
It's not just going to be about watch, but you also have a large amount of comments that are probably underlining the video also.
Yeah. Well, like, this the thing that I've noticed, like, right away myself was, like you said, the stuff on the surface. And it was, for, like I said, it's my opinion. I could be wrong. Like the thing about him when he had the kids in school clothes behind him. I think that they symbolize kids following trends.
Right.
You know what I mean? And in general, like, that was a big one.
But I feel like that's a distraction within a distraction.
It did,
you know what I'm saying? Taking you away from the obvious thing.
Yes, that's two. Actually, that's
right.
That made it the two. That made it the two things. Like you said, not only was the kids following, but it was also distracting me from the other stuff that was going on in the back. What you guys had.
Okay.
So it's like it's a double-sided type of deal.
Trying to decipher is pretty much the things that are unseen that maybe some people with a little more sophisticated hindsight can recognize. Like there's signs and symbols inside this video that are pretty much making indirect comments.
Yeah.
Right. And one of the things that stood out to me, was coming from like a biblical perspective, was the obvious wink done in the beginning of the video. And for me, it made me think of the book of Proverbs, where it says that, I think it says, I'm going to paraphrase it, where a man that winks and purses his lips is planning evil.
Yeah.
And so, for me, I see what you're trying to do there, man.
That's what you're trying to see. You see what I'm doing? You the one who's pressuring me to talk about your move, so I'm moving. I'm making these moves.
Okay.
Now, but you're
1, 2.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
3, right? That's a legal castle, right?
Yes, legal.
No. Can I cancel that side, or do I have to cancel the other side?
No, you're legal. That's legal.
Alright, cool.
As long as he wasn't in check before, whatever the case.
Or he wasn't cross-cast, he wasn't cast on cross-section.
There you go, right.
Yeah, but the thing you were saying about that, that's another thing I was trying to figure out. Like, what was that wink?
The wink, right? But the wink, but right after, what does he do? He does something evil. So he winks, right? He walks with the exaggerated walk, and he's pursing his lips.
Yeah.
It's like a biblical verse being played out. That's the book of Proverbs. Y'all can Google that. You know what I'm saying? And y'all will find that.
I definitely thought that was interesting when you brought that up. And something. I'm gonna look more into that when I go home.
Definitely.
It does seem to have a twist of it does seem to have an undertone of pretty much media persecuting the church, right? Where they show where there's a scene where he's assassinated assassinating a group of 10 people in a choir.
Right. Talk about that. So what do you feel that was?
Like I said, my instant take on that was like the thing about people doing massacres in our churches.
Doing massacres in the churches. I mean, that's the obvious thing.
Yeah.
But I feel like what I said before, right? It was like there's 10 commandments, right? There was 10 people on the choir.
Yeah.
The first commandment is thou shalt not kill.
But
What's he do? He pulls out a gun.
Executes the first violation.
But here's the thing: if it was an homage to the people that was down in South Carolina, what happens immediately after? But I showed you.
Yeah.
What happened?
Which I don't understand. I'm just trying to.
The mob comes in.
They come in
the
and finish them all, basically.
Finish them all. Right.
Right.
So if this is like a memorial, or if this is supposed to be done in respect for them, or whatever, like what you doing, bro? I got bad intentions over there, man.
If I'm coming to finish you off, is that $5 still under the table? Is it?
Is that $5?
It's still there.
Take your hand on my $5.
It's still there. It's still there. I thought that. You know, when I thought that was cool though, one of the things that you guys pointed out, the both of you, that y'all both was able to agree on, the part when the horse came. When I seen that, I didn't even not pay attention to. I thought I seen a police car. And then I seen the horse go by. I thought it was a policeman on a horse.
Right.
It wasn't a policeman on a horse. You know what I mean?
The rider on the pale horse, and his name was what?
Death.
Death, yeah. Like from
It's
the Four
called the
Horsemen.
4 Horsemen of Apocalypse, and that was the last one. So pretty much it was implying that the other 3 apocalypse already happened, and death was the end sentence.
What about what I said earlier about seeing Satan in the joint? What y'all think about that?
To be honest with you, when you were saying that, then it went into another conversation, and then honestly, I didn't really focus on it. I would have to. This is the time. I gotta look at the video again.
Yeah, I think that the part where he's standing in front of the balcony, and when you see him say, you know, he goes into it. I'm so pretty.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's a reference to the devil being cast out of heaven. Because you see one person, I think all the people in the upper tier that's wearing white shirts, I think those are all angels.
Okay.
And they say that Satan was an angel in heaven.
Right.
So this is my personal opinion, y'all. Y'all ain't gotta get mad at me for like, blessed child trying to be churchy or he trying to whatever. I'm just saying, like, everything that I feel like that's obvious in the video, I feel like that's a distraction. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you ought to look at the video, like Satan said, 5 things. You can look it up for yourself. I'm not going to bust open the Bible. I got one right there. And tell you the 5 things. But essentially he said, I will be like the Most High God. I'll set my throne above God's throne. And so Childish Gambino is saying the same. He's not saying the same thing, but he's going I. And then shortly after, you see a man thrown off the top tier, which I believe is symbolic to heaven and hell. And then on top of that, you got like fire in the background, which could be like hell on earth. So it's art, you know what I'm saying? Art is made to kind of like create a conversation, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not talking in dogmatic terms. I'm saying what I saw. And then on upper tier, you saw what could be angels.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? On the upper tier, what do angels do? They report back to God. They had cameras in their hand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They had cameras. They're the only ones that was kind of calm, just kind of taking it all in and recording something. And then behind the angels, what did you see? You saw like a brilliant fire.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that could have been like symbolic to the presence of God.